Okay, good morning. Peace and blessing, family. Um, my name is William Sawyer, or some other people, as some people call me, William Shaw Sawyer, right? Um, most if you know me, most people call me Shaw, right? Um, Shah is a title, it's a designation, which means king, leader, ruler, so on and so forth. Um, so I'm just out here early this morning, out here in Brooklyn. Um, just left Chinatown. Y'all know me. I'm all over the place. Just getting out of Brooklyn, and I'm setting up to do a big cookout today, 4th of July, right? Um, so I'm gonna wish everybody a happy 4th of July. I don't necessarily celebrate holidays in any religious sense, right? But I've been doing this for a couple of years now, and each year it gets a little bigger and bigger. Um, we just did an event out here yesterday with the MTA, right? Under the somewhat under the auspices of Inner City Tech, which is my organization. Um, www.innercitytech is the website. Um, so just wanted to give a little message, right? Um, Look, I think I had seen a video by Dr. Joyce DeGruy, right? She explained, she's a sister, and she said that when she went over to South Africa, right, um, what what was notable, what she noticed, is that all the people over there, they would look at you and say, like, "I see you." It's greetings. I see you, right? But now, when you look at how things are here, so these are African people, right? Now, look at the difference when when it comes to our people over here in America, right? You should do, and I've been guilty of this myself, right? Full disclosure. But when you see a dude, looking at you, whatever you will say, what you looking at, right? As opposed to in Africa, they say, "I see you," right? Dude's looking too long, too hard. Yo, what's up? What you looking at, right? So now that's a big difference, right? And the significance of it, behind it, can't be overstated, right? So now, um, and I'm trying to stay on point here, right? On topic, but um, I'm kind of all over the city, and I find myself in a lot of precarious situations, right, to say the least, right? So I might be up in the Bronx with you know 15 Bloods, and I'm not gang, right? And they ain't never been, never will be, right? But I'm just saying, right? Everybody just kind of refers to me as OG or whatever, um, and or I might find myself out here in Canarsie with in Pop Smoke area with X Y Z amount of Crips, right? And then on the other hand, right, I can find myself in a boardroom, right, or a business meeting with you know very influential people, right, politicians or whatever the case may be. So I kind of walk between those two worlds, the streets, and I mean, obviously by now, anybody who knows me know that I'm a former street guy, right? So anyway, point being is, I was talking to a few gang members, and I was saying like, yo, man, you know, y'all, when you're going out on a mission, right, about to quote unquote put some work in, as they say, right? Who are you looking for, right? Say like, yo, what are you talking about? What do you mean? I'm saying when you go out and you're on a mission, right? You got to put some work in. Who are you looking for? Well, we still don't get it. Okay, so if you see a guy with a suit on, a suit and tie, right? Are you gonna mess with him? No. You see a dude with a MTA, uniform on, or a gas station attendant uniform on, or whatever. They be like, no. So I said, so when you go out on these missions, what is your criteria? Who are you looking for? And so they say, well, you see a dude that's like pretty much, look like he from the hood, whatever, may have a certain color on, or be in a certain area, just look like a dude. So I says, well, essentially, when you go out on these hunts and these missions to put work in, you're looking for someone that looks like yourself, right? So they say, yeah, but now look, you can see the light bulbs flashing on in their heads, right? And I tell them this. So it's like, yo, so essentially, you're hunting yourself, right? It's not you, but it's other brothers just like you that look like you, walk like you, got the same swag, all that, right? So now they like, oh, well, you like I said, you see the flash bulbs, the flashlights coming on or whatever, right? So now I'm saying, look, man, right? And this is the thing with me, right? But whenever, and this is just how I am, right? Whenever I'm with any of these little young brothers, right, that all refer to me as OG, right? And that's all they ever refer to me as, right? Nobody calls me old pops or old head, old time or none of that other stuff, right? They just could seem to, just recognize, right? I'm telling you, that's all anybody ever refers to in the streets with the young kids, right? What's up, OG? What's good, OG, whatever, right? So now when I get along with these guys pretty good, or whatever the case may be, right? But when I'm in their presence, right? I always seek to impart some wisdom, right? Just to, like, so I'm like, yo, man, why do y'all, you need to stop referring to each other as ops, right? These are military terms, ops, black ops, special ops, right? So when they say that, they saying, the ops, yo, we hunting for the ops, so we gotta look out for the ops, right? That means oppositions, right? So, when you calling each other, the way you address and interact with each other is significant. It's important, right? So, instead of calling each other ops, and enemies and niggas and all these other derogatory terms, why don't you start calling each other brothers, kings, right? Queens, right? Stop calling the women's thoughts and bitches and all this other stuff, man. We got to get out of that, right? So, I see at times, right? Look, I don't never come at these young boys in no, preachy manner, right? We get cool, they see me, for whatever reasons, right? Some of them appear to be drawn to me, right? And then a lot of them be wanting to hear war stories. And look, I know all the old, especially with the, anyway. But I know, I know the people that they follow and idolize, right? but they've never met them in their life. So you're part of someone's set that you never met, you never even seen them, right? And so again, right? Most of the people that they follow and stuff like that are my mans, right? A lot of them they either they dead now or they're in jail for life, in the Fed somewhere, gone, right? Buried alive in the belly of the beast, right? But these kids, they be wanting to hear little war stories and all that other stuff like that. So now what I'm saying is, look, that happens. That's that aspect of it, right? But if they catch you in a lie, something that's obvious that they know, it's going to be ugly. Right? I've seen it happen. You come around freestyling about their OGs and all that other stuff like that, if you want to, right? And that's probably where they're gonna find your body at, right? Or where the ambulance is gonna come pick you up from. Right? But the thing with me is, look, when you're telling the truth, you don't have to remember that, right? So, I can speak. I have some people's ears, right? So, when I'm hanging out with them and all that other stuff like that, man, I always try to drop a few jewels on them, give them a little wisdom, man. Listen, man, whether it be from a legal aspect or just, common sense, right? But there's a certain way you have to do this. You know what I'm saying? You can't come out the gate, yo, man, listen, young blood, or cuz, whatever, this what you need to, nah, man, you can't do that. They're not trying to hear that shit, right? But once you get cool and the guys keep seeing you come through, whatever. Oh, what up, OG? Yo, how you doing? Whatever. And yo, tell us about such and such, so on and so forth, right? And then I'll do it. I'll entertain them a little bit. I know what they want to hear, or whatever. But then what I end up doing is dropping a little wisdom on them. Like, listen, bro, listen, young blood, right? Instead of doing this, why don't you try this, right? Or instead of, addressing this person as, you know what I'm saying? So this is, this is what I did, this is what I do, right? But I wish I just listen when I meet people, other brothers or whatever the case may be, man. I only say peace and blessings, King, or peace and blessings, right? Peace. Salam. Assalamu alaikum. Right? Addressing you in ways that we should address each other. And then when I try to impart this, wisdom on the other, you break through. Eventually you break through, right? Because I keep pushing the point home and I'm relentless with anything that I do, right? So again, let me just I only post stuff when I get an inspiration or whatever the case may be, right? It's the 4th of July, right? America's independence, right? And that's it's kind of hypocritical in a sense, right? So we celebrate the 4th of July, right? In which America fought against the British Empire, kings, queens, and all that for the independence, right? But at the same time, they had Africans enslaved, and they were slaughtering and wiping out systematically the Indians, right? So, and then we talk about the founding fathers and all of Andrew Jackson, George Washington, all of them owned slaves, right? So, what we call a democracy was always really a hypocrisy, right? And they was give me liberty or death and all that other stuff like that, freedom, the home of the brave and the land of the free and all that. That was always hypocritical, right? From the beginning, right? So, look, that's a topic. That's another story for a different campfire, right? That really wasn't the purpose, but again, Happy 4th of July. Be safe. Enjoy yourself. And you know, to my little street hood dudes, man, out there, man, that might see this, man, right? Wake up, right? Wake up. Stop addressing your fellow brothers as enemies or niggas or ops, you know, all that other stuff like that, all them other names that y'all call each other, man, right? It's not becoming of us. Recognize yourselves as kings and queens. Okay, peace and blessings. This is William Shaw Sawyer.